Rah!
Smoking up the herbs, guys, our only sacrament. Herbs is for the service of man and grass is for the cows.
Yeah, I'ma say one Africa blazing.
This is Zachary representing all the herbalists them in Slovakia. I'm Mr. One Africa.
Roll up our next spliff, roll up our next spliff.
Eat no cocaine, give we more ganja.
Roll up our next spliff, roll up our next spliff.
I am on no ramp when him a bone ganja. You know the Rasta man him chatting from the hill. Which part the herb grown up in the hill? But now
what up? What up?
Him just
what up? Damn. You already know who it is. Woo, shit. It's your boy, that Big Daddy Papas Fritas, that host on the Next Spliff. What's good? God damn, bro. That felt like it took 15 minutes, Danster. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next installation of the Next Spliff podcast. It is me, your host, the notorious BDP, and I have today with me guest hosting the cousin Dan, the Primos Locos forever. What's up, Danster?
What's up, cuz?
How's everything, Pop?
Everything good. Thank God, everything's good.
Yeah, so we're over here just we're trying to get modern around here, you know? We're trying to fucking video record these podcasts. It's been a little bit of a disaster.
It's not.
You know, it just take a while before we figure it all out. We got all this new software, Adobe Premiere, Adobe Audition. We got FL Studios. We're using Zoom, recording from here, dragging and dropping over there. Oh my God, Primo. It's so we've been here almost half hour, 40 minutes already, and we're just getting started because it's like the fucking setup is unreal, bro. You know, the first thing is we are here in low budget studios, and it's called low budget studios for a reason because we don't pay for anything. So basically, this studio, it doubles as my office. This is where I work, and we also have a chill area. You know, watch TV. We have some DJ equipment where, you know, my son, he does DJ videos and shit like that, and he works on his new sets. So it's a multifunctional room. So I can't have the mics out all the time. So that, you know, when we finish a podcast, I pack everything up. Put it away.
That's it.
You know, it's not like we can have shit out. Now we got to start a podcast. Everything's got to come out again. Everything's got to be recabled. Fucking sound checks. Is the video working? Primo, it's
involved.
It's involved.
Yeah,
all
definitely.
for a 1 hour podcast, but it's all good because it is fun.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
So, Primo, last time you were here, it was exactly a week ago. I'm liking Tuesdays for us.
Sounds good.
But the last time you were here, I think we had a great podcast.
Yeah, we sure
We chatted for an hour. We touched up sports, mostly. You know, we hit up the NBA Finals, which at the time had just wrapped up.
Right.
League Championship Series.
Yep.
We made some predictions. We're going to talk about how those predictions came out. Football, we've always talked about. New York sports, we're New York guys.
There you go.
We grew up, all right, so we were kids in the 70s, but I'm going to say the 90s were our formative years as far as sports is concerned.
That's right.
So the 90s is what defined our sports appetite. And like really, like that's when we always were involved in sports, but that era, those 90s were very important for us as New York City sports fans.
Of course.
It was a big year because in the 90s, the fucking Knicks were hot, first of all. The Knicks were a great defensive team.
They haven't been hot since.
But they were a great team in the 90s. They were always in the playoff hunt. They were well managed, well coached.
Yeah.
I mean, we were a real organization. Right?
Yep, that is true.
And then the Rangers won their only championship in 170,000 years in 94. It was the 93 season, I think, but 93-94 season, right?
Correct.
So it was 94 when they won it. As a matter of fact, they were in the finals at the same time as the Knicks. Right. And this world would have, New York City would have imploded.
Oh, yeah.
if the Knicks would have won the championship that year together with the Rangers. Could you imagine?
Oh, forget about it.
Oh,
right.
my God, bro.
Been...
And that was also the first year that that was the year of the strike.
Right.
In baseball.
Was it 93, right? Was
94.
93, 94.
I think it was 94.
Yeah, I believe you're
because
right.
it was a shortened year.
Right.
And the Yankees somehow found their way into the playoffs. But they didn't do shit.
Right, they didn't, exactly.
Right? There were big expectations, but the strike fucked them up.
Yeah.
So 94 could have been a much bigger year. Just imagine if together with the Rangers winning the championship, the Knicks and the Yankees would have won.
That would have been phenomenal.
Would have been fucking crazy.
That's what LA is going through right now.
Yeah, bro.
You know, the Dodgers are trying to win it. And
Tampa Bay almost did it. They won hockey. You know what I'm saying? Tampa Bay is right there.
Yeah, they are.
It's a big sports town now, you know?
Yeah.
And they got the Bucks.
So
imagine,
yes.
Tampa Bay wins. So you got Tampa Bay and the Lightning and the Tampa Bay
won.
Devil Rays. And now the fucking Bucks. Imagine they have a we'll get to that, but they got a chance.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is Tampa Bay is on the cusp of a fucking three. What do you call that? A 3-for-all right there.
A 3-for-all for major sports.
Major sports to win 3 championships, and that's a small city.
Oh, it is. I got quite a few friends that live out there.
Yeah, we have some family out there. It's a small city, but there they are. They're in the hunt.
They're in the hunt.
They
definitely are. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you know, let's just kick it off right away. First of all, we got what I like to call a baby arm. I'm sure that there's bigger spliffs, but this is almost 2 grams. It's about 1.8 grams. Look at this fucking thing. It's longer than my middle finger.
Oh yeah.
All right. So it is a nice size spliff. And for those of y'all that want to follow along on YouTube, we are posting these videos up on YouTube now. You could check us out at the Next Spliff podcast at YouTube, and you could check out our videos. You know, it's not a lot of content. We don't have a big following yet on the videos. This is all just experimental.
We're just wetting our feet.
We're just wetting our beaks. We're just wetting our beaks in the YouTube waters. We'll see what happens, but you know, for now, the audio is the shit where we're at. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
All right, so let me light this bitch up. So, Primo, I think it's important for me and you to always start with sports.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I think we always got to start with sports because that is our most passionate subject.
Yes.
And you know what's funny is like, when we get together for a dinner, you know, at my mother's house for Thanksgiving or a birthday or whatever, and me and your brother are sitting at a table talking, that's a podcast.
Yeah.
The next time I'm just bringing the microphones, bro. Fuck that.
True, that's all we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. We fucking chat it up.
And then your boys get involved, you know? It's
and you know what's interesting is that when we talk, we're so loud.
Yeah,
we were talking earlier about my wife and how soft-spoken she is. And sometimes I don't hear her, and she gets mad at me that I'm not listening to her.
Right.
And I'm like, I really didn't hear you. And she's got such a little soft-spoken voice.
Yeah.
And then us, the Primos, we're fucking savages.
Yes, just the whole family itself.
Yeah, bro.
Speaking loud. Yeah,
but I noticed that when we have those conversations at family gatherings, you look and all of a sudden all the females, they just shut up.
That's it.
And they give it to her. They're like, they got the forum.
Yeah,
they got it for now.
Enough with the sports. Enough with the sports.
And on the same note, if my mom and the sisters get together,
they just keep.
They could shut us down.
Oh, big time, of course.
And they're much louder. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that is true. That is so true. Yes, indeed.
So, Primo, I just got a new bag.
Right.
Let me show for the cameras some nice gelato. Look at this, bro. It's a nice this sack of Endo should get me through a week or 2 podcasts. Nice little sack of Endo to light up for the Next Spliff podcast. So, Primo, let's get into it. We're going to start with sports. Let's do baseball first, right?
Definitely.
So the last time we was here, I think the league championship series had wrapped up.
And
correct. We had made some predictions about the World Series.
Correct.
So in the World Series, are you passing that or are you just holding it like a gentleman? I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's like this. And I'm like, yo, it's pointing at me. That means I can fucking grab it, bro. But yeah, well, we made some predictions. I'm an American League guy because I'm a Yankee fan. I know my American League teams very well. I can honestly say I don't know my National League teams that well.
Right.
With that being said, I know that the Dodgers, obviously, they're a great team. They've been in the fucking World Series
And
3 of the last 4 years.
Correct.
And some would even say they got cheated out of a fucking title by twice. Once by Houston, once by the Red Sox.
Correct.
And they're due.
They do. I mean, in my opinion, if they don't win this year,
all right. So first of all, we made some predictions. My prediction was Tampa Bay 6.
Right.
And the reason I chose Tampa Bay is because I think Tampa Bay just has, first of all, they don't have a pitching rotation. They just have a bullpen.
That's right.
With a couple of guys that could go 5 or 6 innings.
2 starters, basically. No, let's say 3. Glasnow.
Right. Glasnow, Snell, and Martin.
Martin, your boy.
But those guys right there, they're only going to go 5 or 6 innings.
Correct. Yeah, that is
Maybe.
Maybe, that's right.
Maybe, right?
That is true.
So you got yourself, a pitching staff full of bullpen guys, and like 5 of them that can go innings. Ryan Yarborough could go 5-6 innings, high 90s he could throw. So that's why, for me, I gave Tampa Bay an edge because I think that over a 7-game series, I think that their bullpen will prevail. And just because you saw a guy in the game the day before does not mean you're not going to see him the next day. They got a bullpen full of guys that could go 2 and 3 days in a row and be effective all 3 fucking days.
Yep.
So that's why I chose Tampa Bay in 6. Now, you go ahead with your prediction and why.
I said Dodgers in 6. I felt that the Dodgers, I believe they're more superior team, especially due to the offense.
I can agree.
The offense. Right now, they're only going with 2 starters. They're only going with Kershaw, and they're going with Buehler.
Right.
Basically, those are their 2 starters.
And then what do they do on the other games?
On the other games, they'll throw in a Dustin May. They'll go in with the
Dustin
kid
May,
Gosselin.
what's the expectation with those guys? How many innings? Are they openers or are they like for example, do they start those games saying these guys are going to be an opener? They're only going to give me 1 or 2.
Right.
Or that's what they do.
That's what basically they've been doing. I mean, they got the kid Urias. He's very nice too. The left hand.
Oh, Urias.
Yeah, Urias.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Urias. Arias. We're Spanish. That's the way I pronounce it. But
Urias,
I've heard it 2 ways, just like you said.
Right.
But and the Dodgers bullpen is not bad either. Jansen, he's a little flaky. He's been flaky.
He's been flaky for the last few playoffs.
Yes, he's been very flaky. And Game 4, which they had a big lead, they were up like 7-2.
Oh, we'll get into Game 4. Hold on, Game 4 is that's a conversation on its own, bro.
But I predicted the Dodgers in 6, and today is Game 6.
Right.
But they're doing an opener. They're starting with a rookie, Gosselin.
Right.
He has like a 9.93 ERA in the playoffs.
Right.
He has not looked good. I believe he pitched Game 2, if I'm not mistaken, and he only went like an inning in a third.
Right.
So the edge, in my opinion, today goes to
Tampa Bay.
To Tampa, because
they got game.
Snell. They got Snell starting, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm still going to stick to my prediction. I'm still saying Dodgers in 6.
Okay, so that was your prediction. So
right.
Obviously, my prediction is wrong. I already lost that bet because because of yesterday's game. So the Dodgers have already won 3 games. So obviously the Tampa Bay in 6 is not going to happen. Fine. I lost that. So you still have a shot for your prediction to come through if LA wins tonight.
Correct.
Wonderful. Me, I think it's going 7. I think that the Dodgers are very fortunate they won Game 5. Because if they didn't, then they'd be going into Game 7 with this guy Gosling as an opener.
Yeah.
I mean,
we could even speak about Game 5 about this kid Margot trying to steal.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that one. Yeah. So yeah, boom. First of all, before we even all right. So fine predictions. I say 6. I said Tampa Bay 6. You said Dodgers in 6. I'm out. You're still in it.
Right.
I predict that they're going to push it to Game 7 tonight, and then at that case, we'll both be out, and then the push will be whoever wins.
Right.
So now this is the way. So let's talk about some of the games coming up.
Yeah.
So first of all, people have been very critical about the fucking playoffs and about the quality of the games. about the ratings are down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've seen it from so many people, and I've heard it from so many people.
I just don't understand
and
it.
I don't
I can't
understand
get
it,
it.
bro.
I don't get it,
I'm a Yankee fan. I should not be watching anymore. Right. And I'm a hang it on every pitch.
These games have been intriguing.
They've been great fucking
exciting games.
I mean, there was game 2, I think. So game 1, the Dodgers won, right?
That is correct.
What was the score of that game?
I think it was 7-2. I think they won.
6-2, something like that.
6-2,
6-4,
6-3, something like that.
Either way, the word out there, the game was boring. It was this, it was boring.
Don't agree.
Don't agree at all.
Right.
Then game 2, Tampa Bay comes right back, smacks them in the fucking mouth.
That's right.
Right?
I believe they won 5-2.
Game 3, Charlie Morton comes in. That's my boy. I've been praising Charlie Morton all along.
Rough outing.
Smacked around.
Yeah, he sure did.
But you know what I was saying as he was getting smacked around? I'm going to be honest with you. This is what I said to myself.
Right.
See you game 7.
Really?
Charlie Morton. That's what I said to myself.
Big time pitcher.
Big time pitcher.
You called that out months ago.
Yes.
Because we were speaking about him, and you said Charlie Morton
So
is the real deal.
I said that as when I saw he had given up 5 runs and they were keeping him in there.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's game 7 starter, and he's going to win that game. Watch.
No, and you
That's
might be
the way
right.
I see
it. A lot
it.
of the experts are saying it's going to go 7 games.
Yeah.
A lot of the experts are saying that Tampa's going to win today, and it's going to go 7.
Right. So Charlie Morton came in, game 3. He gets smacked around, and the Devil Rays still made it a competitive game.
They sure did. Yeah, they came back.
You know, they come back. That offense cannot be counted out.
No, they don't.
They're doing everything. And so are the Dodgers. Like Mookie Betts had 3 stolen bases on the season.
Yeah.
On the season,
yes.
he had 3 stolen bases. But it's playoff baseball now. Right. I think he's got like four stolen bases in this series.
Yeah, he's been amazing. The
you
guy,
know?
And his glove.
Amazing. His
amazing.
arm.
Yes.
His baseball acumen. What
I
a
knew he
fucking
was good,
ball
but I
player.
didn't think he was this good because you don't really get to see him much.
That was one. As soon as the Red Sox let him go, as a Yankee
was
fan,
like,
I was like,
they were scratching their
bye-bye.
heads. Yeah. It was amazing.
I was like,
for
see
them.
you.
Yeah, and getting back to Tampa, they haven't been hitting with runners in scoring position. Do you see their average?
They have not
Man,
been
it's like
hitting.
a 190.
But Primo, that's an American League East thing, to be quite honest.
It's true.
Because they're very long ball dependent.
Right. That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And you're gonna see, see that the National League, if they switch to the DH, they're gonna morph into that too.
We're gonna see more of that also.
You'll see a lot more of that because what happens is when you have the DH, for some reason, coaches and managers will give the swing and miss but high power guys a lot more opportunity than they get in the National League.
Yeah, that is so true.
You see that in the American League, like every team has 2 or 3 guys that are big swing and miss guys, but goddamn it, if they connect,
they hit it. Yep.
Whereas on the National League, that doesn't really, every
doesn't
team
resonate with every team.
Not even every team has that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely right.
And if they do, he don't get the light.
Right, exactly.
In the American League, that player gets the light. They'll put him at first base.
Right.
They'll put him in left field. If he had a good glove, that's your catcher.
There you go. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Totally two different leagues.
Yeah.
2 different.
And in a way, that's why I don't want to see them give the DH.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm getting used to that. First, I didn't like the DH, but I like the DH. Right. I do like the DH. That one I do like. Yeah. I hope they keep that because it's going to help my Mets.
There'll be no difference between American League and National League.
Right,
That's what I don't like.
I
like for there to be
like differences.
a difference.
Yes. Yep.
I like to say, we got interleague play, and we're in a National League park. So, shit, how interesting. An American League team has to play with National League rules now.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with the who's going to DH?
Total different dynamic.
You know what I'm saying? Who's going to play first? Is it the guy that with the best glove or the guy with the, you know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting. And then when it happens in a playoff or in a World Series, it's even more heightened.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely more heightened.
Those decisions that are made. And to me, I like that. I like those little nuance in the details.
No, it is.
And they're taking some of that away.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that I don't like about it. But you know what? You got to go with the generation.
That's it.
You got to go with the generation. All right, so game 3, Charlie Morton, he got smacked around a little bit, but Tampa Bay made it a good game, and the Dodgers came back, and the Dodgers were able to hold them off, and they won. So now they're up 2 games to 1. Game 4 was maybe
classic.
One of the I'm not going to say one of the best games because you could say that every playoff you could say that every World Series there's one game where that was I was one of the greatest in playoff history. You could always say that, right?
Yes.
So, excuse me, I got a tall boy keep forgetting to sip it. Little tall boy Heineken. So, boom. What was I saying, Preems?
Game 4. That everybody could say it's a classic.
Everybody, but it was a motherfucking classic.
Unfortunately, I fell asleep.
Oh.
And then I got to see
what
the
happened.
Results, what happened.
Yeah, because I watched the whole game. Now
you told me, you texted me, and I just fell asleep. I believe it was
you put on ESPN right
once
away.
They took the 4-2 lead when Kike Hernandez got that single.
You're like, they got this.
I just fell out. Yeah, exactly.
For me,
I thought it was a wrap
because I got to spend TV time with the wife, right?
Yeah.
So while I'm watching TV with the wife, I'm watching the game on my phone, and I got a little bud in my ear,
right?
And I'm watching that game, and I'm just watching these two teams swap leads back and forth.
Right.
And, just it was just unbelievable. And then in the 9th inning, Tampa Bay is down 2 runs.
Yes.
They got runners on
first and third.
First and third.
Randy was in first, remember? Yeah.
And I forgot who was it that got the hit.
Phelps. Steve Phelps.
That's
I believe
right.
His name.
Steve Phelps.
Left-handed guy.
Barely,
they just got him about 2 months ago.
He's got 3 how many at bats did he have the whole season?
He was like 3 for 32.
Some crazy shit. He literally had nobody else.
That's right.
To throw up there. He throws this guy up there, 2 outs, 2 people on base. They're down by 2 runs.
Right, correct.
Against Jansen.
Yes.
One of the premier relievers in the National League for the Dodgers. The guy, he can get hit.
Right.
Nobody's Mariano Rivera.
When he's on.
He's on.
But also, let me just give him a little credit. Those 2 hits that they got were broken bats,
they
little
hit,
blooper, little flares.
That's the kind of hits that you got to win with.
Remember
2001 World Series, Arizona Game 6 against Game 7 against the Yankees and Mariano Rivera.
Of course.
Right? So just think those are championship level hits.
Yes.
So here we are. And who was on? Oh, anyway. So you got 2 runners on
first
base.
And third.
This motherfucker gets a hit.
Right.
He gets a little blooper of a hit.
The center fielder, Chris Taylor.
Center fielder needed a little time to get to the ball.
Yeah.
Gets to the ball.
He took his eye off of it.
Who was on first base? It was
Rosarena.
That's right. He took his eye off the ball, so he booted it. That's what happened.
Yeah, and Rosarena
came flying around the bases, right? Halfway between third and home, a Rosarena trips over his own feet and does a somersault.
Correct.
So he gets up and he sees that the throw is coming in, and he starts to run back towards third base.
Yes.
Dead duck. The fucking catcher goes to backhand the ball and tag the runner at the same time, whiffs on the ball.
Yep.
Now a Rosarena sees that the ball got past the catcher. Slides into home. They fucking won the game on that fucking play, bro. Yes.
Come to think of it, they lose that game. The series was over.
The series would be over.
A day ago. Yeah.
They absolutely needed that game, bro.
Yeah, they definitely needed it.
But it was, I mean, it was a fucking great
breathtaking.
game.
It was breathtaking baseball, man.
I love that.
All the way down to the last.
And for some reason, as I'm watching that game, I'm feeling like Tampa. You know how sometimes you're watching a game.
Yeah, it's their season. They've gone through so much adversity. Nobody expected
I'm like,
them
they're
to
gonna
be
win
there.
this game. Why do I keep feeling like they're gonna win this?
That's how
fucking
you felt,
game?
really?
Yeah, that's how I'm in the 6th inning, 7th. Even when they took the lead and then the fucking Dodgers came back and took it back. You know, they did it to them twice. I think the Dodgers
took
came
the
back
lead. Yeah,
twice.
these guys came back. So
in the 8th inning on one of them, I think it was the 8th inning, the home run by I can't remember.
Oh, by this guy Renfroe.
That's
right. Renfroe, he hit that bomb.
Renfroe or was it Bellinger? It might have been Renfroe. Anyway, not important.
Right.
Not important. But we don't need to know the details. Yeah. We're just talking high level baseball here.
Yes.
So boom. Okay, so here we go. Now, instead of being Dodgers up 3-1, commanding. It's now an even series, 2-2.
2-2.
We move into Game 5, which was yesterday.
Sunday.
Yep. Kershaw
versus
against Glasnow. Okay.
Right.
Glasnow did not have his stuff, got hit around.
He hasn't looked good.
And they kept him in there. They put 100 pitches on his arm, and I was trying to figure out why.
I believe he went 106
But then I understood why. They were like,
we're
going with him.
Out.
We have to.
him out.
He knows because they're a bullpen heavy team.
Exactly.
So he knows that we got to go with him for 5. That it's yours and he didn't give the game away.
No, they didn't because they still had opportunities.
They had opportunities.
What happened with this guy, Margot?
And then here they come. It's what inning was that? The 8th inning?
The 6th inning.
6th inning. They're down 2 runs. It's a 4-2 game, I believe.
No, it was 3-2 game.
It was 3-2. It was 1 run. That's fucking right.
Yes, it was 3-2.
So it's a 3-2.
So that was like a 3-run swing. Come to think of it, because the next inning,
they
get to
score.
what you're saying.
That's
they
right.
score the run for this guy's single.
That's
correct.
right.
So it's like a 3-run
swing.
Yeah, exactly.
So here they are.
Yes.
A Rosarena, who motherfucker, where did this fucking guy come from?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he came from Cuba.
Yeah.
But he's so we'll talk about a Rosarena in a second, but let's just finish up this play, right?
Yep.
So I'm sorry.
Margot.
It was Margot.
First and third, no outs.
First and third, right.
No outs. Kershaw is dealing.
Margot is on throw. Kershaw is dealing. First and third, nobody out, 1-run game.
Right.
And fucking Kershaw is dealing from the stretch.
Yeah, but let's back up. It was first and third, no outs. He struck out the first guy, which was Zanino.
Oh, that's right. Then he got 2 outs.
He got 2 outs there. The guy, all right, now get.
So now it's 2 outs.
Right.
Margot's on third base.
Yes.
And even though Kershaw is in the stretch, he's like not paying attention to him at third base.
And not only that, is his windup. He has one of the most ridiculous windup where his arms go all the way up.
So then it was a windup. So then he wasn't in the stretch. He was in a modified windup.
Yes.
It wasn't the full windup.
Right, correct.
But he was like in the stretch position, but he does like a windup move where he lifts both hands over his head.
That is correct.
As he's lifting his hands over his head, fucking Margot takes off for home.
Yes. And what happened?
Tries to steal the base. Fucking Kershaw gets a look at him.
No, it was Muncy.
He screamed at him.
He screamed at him. He was going, step off the rubber.
I didn't even see that.
That's what they told him. This is what I heard. I just heard it the other day.
So Muncy told him
step off the rubber.
And where does Muncy play?
He's the first baseman.
He screams at him to step off the rubber.
They have this connection because I believe Kershaw said there was another guy. There've been 2 guys that tried to do that on him, steal home on him because of his windup, and he's a left-hander. He's facing first base.
Shit.
So he always told Muncy, if that's going to happen, just say the words, step off the rubber, and I know the guy's coming home. So that was the sequence. Yes, I didn't know about that.
Saved it, bro. He stepped off the rubber calmly because, a lot of times a pitcher like that could fuck up.
Yeah, they rushed the throw.
You can balk
and it wasn't a perfect throw, but it was a good enough throw to get.
You can balk easy to fucking balk. Like you make one little, you could balk.
Yes.
You could, you could fucking throw
it away.
wildly.
Yeah.
Throw it in the dirt.
So many different scenarios. Yeah, he's a veteran.
He lobbed it to the catcher.
Yes.
It was a little high, but more than enough time to come down and get the tag on Margot, who did the swim move.
Yeah. Maybe if he would have gone straight home, that's what they were criticizing.
He would have slid right into it.
You think he was
still
doing a bit of that
right into it? All right,
cuz. All right.
That was his only shot.
People are swearing he should have never swam. He should have gone body straight in, and he might have been.
I wonder.
See,
that's when physics comes in.
Yes,
it was. That's when physics come in. And you're right. Like a lot of people say, is it faster to run through the bag or to throw yourself and slide head first?
There you go. Right.
And a lot of people say that when you slide, you actually slow down.
You're slowing yourself down. Yes. Which
that's
makes,
crazy.
A tenth of a second.
Which you're right, because he's going straight. So it's probably faster to keep going straight. As opposed, but the reason why he tried to swim around is he thought that the tag was going to be, and it was a tag in his chest.
Yes.
So,
but no, that's what they thought at first, because I believe if it was in his chest, he got him first in the forearm. They went very slow.
On which one? The arm that came around?
On the arm that came around. He caught him right on the forearm. You can see the glove touching the forearm.
It's so easy to criticize the decision somebody made during that fucking millimeter of a fraction of a
You're kidding me? You're in the World Series. Your first one, you're trying to steal home.
Yeah.
He does that, you'll never be forgotten.
Unfucking believable,
that's the chance you take.
Shit.
Yeah.
And he was out. They were going to review it, but they
didn't bother.
They chose not to review it.
Yeah.
And he was ruled out. And a lot of people felt, how are you going to risk that, Primo? Right. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
When was the last time? And you know this stat because you told me the other day.
Yeah.
When was the last time somebody
1982.
attempted? Let me finish the question.
I'm sorry.
When was the last time somebody attempted a steal of home during a World Series game?
It was 1982. The Royals against the St. Louis Cardinals. I believe it was Lonnie Smith.
Wow.
And I believe he got thrown out.
38 years ago.
Yes.
Was the last time somebody
Lonnie
tried
Smith.
that.
And he was out at home plate.
So
he didn't
you're
make
right.
It.
If he makes that, he's fucking.
Oh yeah, forget about it.
He'll
He
be
will never
canonized throughout
He
baseball.
could go to any bar, any restaurant in that
you
city,
kidding
and
me,
he'll
bro?
freaking eat, drink whatever he wants. Yeah, but he was out. I mean,
was
don't
out.
get me wrong. The Rays still got a shot.
And he went on his own. Manager
He
didn't
went
tell-
on his own. He never had to agree. I mean, as a base
So-
runner to steal first or second or third, you definitely have to agree. Like if you're a great base stealer,
Right.
But in that, no, he never had the manager's consent to do it. He just went on his own. He sure did. And we were discussing this, Primo, the other day. I felt if he would have waited another second or two, he would have been safe because this guy was still up on his windup. You got to time it right, and it's not that easy, I would think. I mean, we play Little League Baseball.
Right.
If you would have waited for him to come down with his hands and get ready to pitch, there's no way Kershaw could step off the rubber and not it be called a balk.
Yeah.
If he would have waited
So
1
many
second,
what ifs.
Of course.
And
It's
that
easy
was
for
a
me to
decision
say.
he made. When did he make that decision? Did he make it on the previous pitches? Like,
Right.
was he
Has
timing
been
him?
scouting him? And no.
Or did he make it on that moment? Did you
exactly.
hear any interviews? Do you know?
Tell you the truth, no, I have not. You could see him creeping off the bag and getting up close because Justin Turner, the Dodger third baseman, was playing very deep at third base, so he wasn't going to hold him on. So that's why he has such a big lead.
Right.
And, hey, the guy almost was successful.
That
man.
was it was a ballsy move. Did you
sure
hear
was.
anything about what Kevin Cash, the manager of the Rays, said about it?
No,
Did he
no.
support
What
him? Did he back him? I don't know. I'm
No,
asking.
I believe he did support him. He says, listen, we had opportunities to score. I guess Margot felt that this was our only chance of scoring because Kershaw was, buckling
You got to
down.
give a player that freedom
you got
on the field.
to. You got
bro.
to.
You
can't play
manage
scared.
it. No.
You got to play to win.
You can't
and that's,
manage.
I mean, the guy didn't want to be thrown out. But
Managers sometimes give themselves too much credit that they
and
think
Kevin
you can't
Cash,
coach
he's
that.
He's very underrated. Very fucking underrated.
I really
Excuse
like
my
Kevin
French,
Cash
but
a
it's
lot.
the truth. Yeah, he's a very good manager. Are you kidding me? Without
I
a
like
doubt.
him a lot,
Yeah.
Preems. So yeah, bro, that was the last game, right? That was the last game? Oh no,
We had game 5. Yeah, that was the last game.
That was the last game.
Yeah.
So now Dodgers are up 3-2.
3-2.
Game 6 is tonight, and like you said, they're gonna go with an opener. Who are the Rays going with? Do you know?
Snell.
Oh, they're going with Snell.
Blake Snell.
A
And
nice
he had
little left hand that has not had a great playoff, but has the potential and the ability to shut your team down.
Last game he went against the Dodgers, he had 9 strikeouts in 5 innings. He looked pretty good. Yeah, he's a Cy Young Award winner. He's just coming off 2 years out of freaking the Tommy John.
Right.
So, it's going to take him a little while to get back, but
Yep.
he's looked decent. I mean, I like their chances today.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking
No,
that
I
the
think
Rays are going to win today.
I think it'll go Game 7.
Yeah,
And
I believe it is.
And Game 7, Primo, how ironic that it will come down to Charlie Martin. And I swear to you, I said that during Game 3 to myself. I'm like, Charlie's getting beat up today, but
Right.
you know what? Game
He'll
7
learn
is
his
his.
lesson. He'll take his butt whipping.
He's
and
not
come-
going to lose 2 in a row in a World Series.
No. Hey, let's see if it gets there.
He's not.
But
my,
I totally get it.
And this is a nemesis of mine. This is a pitcher who has beaten and tortured my team. That's the only reason why I know so much about him, He's a nemesis. And that's why I was kind of hoping that they didn't get him up to 100 pitches in his last start.
Right, so you could save him for Game 7. Not let
but
him
they
wait.
actually rode him. They
did, yeah. But that helps him in the long run. It's also, I mean,
for
what
gaining
I'm saying?
strength and everything, but it's good. You're going to pitch one more time this year, and that's it.
Everybody's on deck. Everybody, get ready to pitch. If you pitch, everybody's Game 7. If it goes to Game 7, we're saying, everybody's on, all boards on deck. You got to go with everybody. This is the last game of the season.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, baseball. Are we done with baseball? Is there anything else you think we could talk? Did we miss anything? Think about it. We didn't miss anything on baseball.
We got
We covered the World Series, Dodgers, Tampa Bay, Game 6 tonight. We're both. You're still in the money with your bet.
Right.
Well, you said Los Angeles in 6.
Angeles
You're in the
in
money.
6.
They do that tonight, then you're the god.
No.
You're the god until the next season. You took it. Right now I got it because I predicted the last series. But this is yours.
I hear you.
And I think it's going 7. I had predicted 6 for Tampa Bay, so I'm out. Lost. Money's lost. Let's get started with some football. What do you think, right?
Sounds good.
Enough baseball for now. So
no doubt.
When we talk football, we always get started with the home team, right?
Yeah.
So Jets. So, we are Jet fans, embarrassingly so. And this might be the worst, not only the worst season in Jet history, it might be one of the worst teams in football history.
I heard that. I
So,
believe you mentioned it to me.
I mentioned it based off of points scored.
Right. Point differential and all that.
Point
BS.
differential, yes. Which at last week, previous to this last week's football game, we were at a minus 110. That has increased.
Minus 118 now.
Now it's minus 118. So, at that rate, we could have a minus 200 plus over the season.
Easily.
And we could very easily be 0-16.
Yeah, because our schedule's not getting any easier. I don't know what I was thinking the beginning of the season when I said 9-7 Jets.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I predicted 4-12, but even that sounds like, bro. That was
so far-fetched right now. 9
Holy
and
shit!
7,
But even your brother Gondo thought 7 at least.
Yeah. I mean, I thought we had a
7,
shot after going, 6-2 the last 8 games of last season.
So look, we know that Sam Darnold is not in it. I've been saying it for years.
You have.
Some of you guys are now starting to really realize it. He does not have talent back there.
Time to move on.
Because
ahead,
the coverage wasn't. I mean, the offensive line was not terrible.
Right.
He's got, and he had more of his weapons there.
Yeah.
He had some receivers back. You know what I'm saying?
Same old Darnold. He's not going to change. That's it. You're absolutely right. I will always try to look beyond that. He's going to learn from his mistakes. But you hit it on the head. Mm-hmm. You've been saying it. Darnold is not a franchise quarterback.
No.
And cuz you are absolutely right.
To be honest.
I'm convinced. Yeah. I'm convinced. Because it's not going to change.
It's not going to change.
No.
And
I
to be
totally
honest,
agree now. Now I'm with you.
At this point in his career, Mark Sanchez was better, had a better career, had a better future.
He did.
He had more success.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say, but I know Darnold, to me, he has the tools. He just doesn't have it up here in his head.
Or here.
Yeah.
It could be the heart.
Tough. You think so?
I mean, tough and heart are two different things.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so you could take a punch in the face, but then what are you going to do after you get punched in the face?
Yes.
Are you going to throw a winning touchdown after you get punched in the face, or are you going to throw an interception?
Yeah.
But at least he took the punch.
And he's already ruined. The Jets have ruined him. In my opinion, he'll go to another organization,
and he'll
be lights out.
He might be. But there's a couple of that hasn't happened very often. But
it hasn't.
Ryan Tannehill.
Number one freaking guy right there.
Ryan Tannehill, it wasn't going to happen with him and the Dolphins.
No, definitely not.
And this is the same situation that you see. So Ryan Tannehill was the starting quarterback of the Miami Dolphins for many years.
Yeah.
And in previous years, they were almost as bad as the Jets.
Yeah.
And in some cases, they were competing each other
for
the worst team in the division.
That's right. That's right.
So that's been their main competition. And finally, they gave up on Tannehill. Was it last year or the year before?
I believe it was 2 years ago.
Right?
Yeah.
Tannehill, now he's with Tennessee Titans. And they're playing their fucking asses
lights out. The guy has been a revelation for these. He really has, Primo.
And I mean,
and they had Marcus Mariota, the second pick.
A very good quarterback.
He was very good in college, Oregon. He was great. Mm-hmm. And he turned out to be shit. He's the backup to the Las Vegas Raiders now. And it is what it is. But
Tannehill's good. He's the real deal, bro.
Yes. I mean, they had
It doesn't happen a lot where
it does not.
A starting quarterback leaves a team and moves on. Kurt Warner. I mean, I'm just trying to think back.
Yeah. No, it's
Kurt
true.
Warner had second life, right? Who else? Boomer Esiason.
Boy, with the Jets, he had good seasons.
But we're talking 20-something years ago. Who in recent memory?
No.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, he started with the Chargers.
Right.
Then he got to the Saints.
Phil Rivers.
So, now he's with the...
So it's not impossible, but those guys had success at one team. And then did great.
Right.
We had success again. How many have gone from shit to success. Ryan Tannehill might be the only guy that I know.
I don't know if you know what this about. You know where he started, right? He started in Texas A&M as a wide receiver.
Wow.
He started as a wide receiver. No shit. Look it up. And he turned out to be their quarterback. And he's making $20 million a year.
And while we're talking about Tannehill, their team looks very good. The Titans coming in, they had a great matchup with Pittsburgh.
5-0, 5-0 teams.
2 5-0 teams. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable matchup.
Yes.
But Big Ben comes through when it counts.
They came through. Yeah, he almost lost the game for them, though. He threw 3 intos.
He threw 3 intos,
and
they still managed to win.
But you know what? I like Tennessee lost, the Titans lost, but they showed some fucking heart. They could have given up. They were down 24-7, 24-3 during the game, but they showed some character. They came back, and their freaking field goal kicker misses it. He had a chance to tie the game.
He had a chance to tie
last seconds.
And missed it in the time expiring.
Yes.
And they wound up losing.
But
what a great game.
No, it was an excellent game. Excellent game.
I think those teams are going to see each other in the playoffs.
You just read my mind.
Bro,
I was about to say the same words.
Those are the cream of the class. I mean, you got Baltimore as well.
Forget about
and Buffalo.
And the champions.
And AFC. Yes.
You can sleep on those boys. It's going to be interesting.
How can I? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
But it's going to be interesting.
It is.
Absolutely.
The Ravens, I mean, it's going to be amazing. It really is.
The Ravens, when they're good, I don't know what it is about that football team. When they're good, they're really fucking good.
And they've been good for a long time. That organization is creme of la creme. Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. Mm. They've been so good for so long.
And then Hostetler with Pittsburgh, he's at that stage where very few quarterbacks get to, right?
Roethlisberger. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just make sure of something. I knew it.
No estaba grabando.
No, it is. Oh. Yeah. Damn it, where was
Roethlisberger.
Yeah. So he's at that stage where he's not as young and fast and all that as he usually might be, a little injury prone.
Yes.
But he could just play the game.
No, of course.
And he sees the field in a way that very few quarterbacks are seeing the field.
And he's been saying that his arm feels stronger than ever. And
he's got
a big dude. The guy's almost 6'6", 260.
He's a big dude.
He has almost been since his
always
career
been
one of the most nibblest. You can't sack the guy.
You can't.
First of all, you can't bring him down, and he's so mobile.
He's got footwork.
Moves around.
Guy's got footwork.
Amazing, cuz this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, give him credit. Listen, if the Steelers didn't have to face the Patriots early in his career so many times, he maybe could have had 4 or 5 Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. He has 2 already. And he's been in the Super Bowl 3 times.
And
but
to be honest,
a lot more.
I got to tell you, if you got 2 Super Bowls in your career, you've had a successful career.
Of course, without a doubt.
Yeah, you could have had more.
Yeah,
but 2 Super Bowls.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not downplaying that.
Yeah.
Just 1 Super Bowl. Let's be real. Look at Dan Marino.
So hard to do,
we could
bro.
go there. But no, you're absolutely right. It's you're not going to be in the Super Bowl year in year out unless you're the fucking Patriots.
He's been consistent through a couple of coaches.
Yeah,
and a lot of different players. Remember, he had AB. He had Le'Veon. He had a lot of different type of weapons that he's been able to use. And he sees the field in a certain way that Brady is another guy that sees the field. Obviously,
of course.
Those are some guys.
But Ben has his size, and now this is the funny thing. I don't know if I told you because they're saying that the ball, the way he's throwing it now, is coming out of his arm stronger than ever.
Really?
Stronger than ever. He got the surgery on his elbow, and he's saying, I might be able to play for another 3-4 years.
Wow.
That's what he's saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
God bless him if he
and they got some good young talent. They got Deontay Johnson. They got some good receivers. Claypool, Chase Claypool from Notre Dame. They got some nice young guns out there.
Yeah, that's another one of those organizations.
That's an organization. Tomlin, since he took over from Cowher, they've been, forget about it. They're amazing. They really have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. The Giants went back to losing again this week, even though I thought they were going to, they might.
That was a fucking tough loss, though.
That was a tough fucking loss, bro. I actually felt bad. I'm not a Giant fan, but take us through the game, Primo. Go ahead.
It was a nip and tuck game. Giants take the lead.
Nip and tuck, you mean that they had plastic surgery throughout the game?
No, very close. Close game. Here and there, one team scores, the other team scores. Giants take the lead late. I watched part of the game, not all of it, but the Giants took the lead late. And Daniel Jones, he fumbles at the end. These
Fumbles
guys
at
pick
the
it up
end.
the Eagles.
Yep.
Freaking Wentz comes through. They score a late touchdown.
With less than a minute on the clock.
Less than a minute, and
And
that was
then
it.
he gave up an interception, or did it just they just did it?
No, they stripped Daniel Jones. They stripped him. That's what it was, and he lost the fumble. But I was watching it with my brother and his friend Danny, and he's a Giant fan. And he called it. He goes, "Watch, we're gonna end up losing this game." I had already gone upstairs.
He sounds like a Jet fan.
Yeah, and I didn't tell you, but they did lose, man. And then, but before that, he was talking about Evan Graham, their tight end. He has been a bust.
Really?
He's a Giant fan. He goes, "Yo, this guy hasn't been what everybody thought he was gonna be." And he went high in the draft. He went up like number 8, I believe. Evan Graham was a high pick, and he hasn't flourished. He hasn't. He hasn't come through the way I believe they expected him to.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh no, but the Giants, I think they're way ahead of us when it comes to a better future. I mean, Daniel Jones, I'm still skeptical about him.
Right.
He's too many turnovers. That's
a lot
no
of turnovers.
good.
Daniel Jones is
I don't know.
He's Sam Darnold Jr.
Yeah, I agree.
He really is. That's Sam Darnold
Good
Jr.
shit.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he definitely is.
They could interchange those quarterbacks. They would have exactly the same fucking
results.
result.
Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah, I don't think he's the answer for the Giants too. That's why I believe they're hoping to get the number 1 pick too. They would love to get the number 1 pick.
Okay, on more football news. Cleveland is looking good. They came back, had a big win.
They had a big win.
When I say looking good, I'm talking about compared to, before they were able to draft Baker, okay? That's what I'm talking about.
No, of course.
They were 1-15. They never went 0-16. They were 1-15.
1-15.
Right?
Yeah, yes.
I think the year right before they got him. Yes or no?
1-15. Who went 0? There's a team that went 0-16.
It might have been them.
Was it the Clowns? Yeah, I believe it was the Cleveland. Yeah.
All right, so that's when I say they're looking good, I'm comparing them to those types to that era of football.
But
because I'm just the only reason I'm bringing them up is because that's the same class that Darnold was in, right?
Correct. Yes. Baker was number 1. Darnold
Baker was the
number
first
3.
quarterback, and
who was number 2?
Fucking Saquon.
Yeah, Saquon.
Saquon Barkley went second that year in the draft, and then Darnold went 3 to the Giants. The Jets.
Josh Allen went.
Late, like 8 or 9.
We could have had.
Why? It was over bullshit over some comments that he made on social media.
It was basically the talent. He came out of Wyoming,
right? He didn't have big competition.
But they said he had the most potential, though.
Yeah, he was a super athlete.
Look at him. Lamar Jackson, the MVP. Yes. 32. I mean, you can never predict. You can't predict,
but
you just can't.
But this week he threw 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he threw 5 touchdowns.
I mean, when was the last time a Jet quarterback threw 5 touchdowns?
Yeah,
okay.
That's
all right. Talk to me. How many decades has it fucking been, bro?
I think
because even if we go
to Joe Willie Namath,
because I don't think Ken O'Brien ever threw 5.
Man, he just might. They
Maybe
had a few shootouts with the Dolphins in the 80s.
Did Boomer ever throw 5?
No fucking way.
No way,
Boomer,
right?
No way.
We would have came all over ourselves.
Yeah. Vinny?
Not 5. Vinny was too short to throw 5. Now, I don't mean short. I mean his tenure.
Yeah.
Before he blew out his Achilles.
Oh, that's
Richard Todd. No,
bro. No. It's good. Damn, we got to Google that shit.
Browning Nagel?
Remember his first game? Oh, my Lord. They lost to... no fucking way.
All right, so...
Yeah, I'm going to do that
So
later.
that was my point. No, go ahead. Check it out. You could check it out. So that was my point. Where was I going? What point was I talking about? I was talking about the draft and these guys and Darnold and Darnold and these guys in the same Baker Mayfield. So they're looking good as far as I'm like. I would be happy with the type of success that the Browns are having right now as a Jet fan.
Oh yeah, I would.
Okay.
I mean, but listen, I know where you're getting to, but they lost
OBJ. That's what I was going to say.
OBJ,
so then this week they lost OBJ to a torn ACL out for the season.
He's out for the
Second
season.
Big fucking injury of his career.
Yeah.
What was the last one? Was it an Achilles?
No, I believe it was the knee, wasn't it?
Was it an ACL?
No,
also?
it was the ankle. The last one was the ankle.
It was the ankle.
Bad ankle injury.
Right,
Yes, it
right.
was the ankle. Ligaments at the ankle.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but no.
But now he tore an ACL. I mean, he's not a big dude.
No, he's not a big dude.
So he's been successful over there, not touchdown-wise, but yardage-wise. He had 1,000 last year.
No,
he had 1,000. Look it up. I was surprised that he got 1,000 last year.
He just barely got 1,000.
Just barely,
right?
yeah, like 1,007. But he got 1,000.
63 catches.
If you get 900, you should get credit for the 1,000.
God, of course.
But yeah, he had a decent season, and he just wasn't big on, he didn't have a lot of touchdowns,
Exactly. I mean, the critics are still out there on Baker, not for nothing. Baker could be hot and cold too.
He can. He can.
And now,
you know what it is with Baker? He's not big enough.
Mm-hmm. No, he's not exactly. They list him at 5'11", 6 feet.
I think he's like 5'9".
Yeah, he's like 5'9" and a half, or 5'9" and a quarter if he's fucking lucky.
5'11" if he wears, those cleats. Special cleats.
Yeah, with cleats.
The special cleats.
Exactly.
That's too funny. That is fucking funny. So check it, Preems.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about real quick the new. So are we done with football, or did you want to cover anything else?
No, that's basically it. Oh, let's talk about the Bucks real quick.
Brady's Brady's looking. I'm sorry. How can we forget about the Bucks? Yeah,
I meant
looking good. I think he threw for 5 touchdowns. Did he not?
He threw for 4 and ran for 1. So
okay. So the 41-year-old, 42-year-old dude had 5 touchdowns.
43. Let's correct that.
43.
He had 5 touchdowns. And I saw this stat the other day on ESPN. In the last 5 games, he's thrown for 15 touchdowns.
Get in front of that mic, Pop.
15 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's ran for 3 touchdowns. The guy's been looking amazing the last 5 games.
He is amazing.
He's
making the Pats look like a bunch of dummies. I don't understand.
The Pats are looking
How do
ugly.
they draw? You keep that guy on your team until his arm falls off.
I mean, the guy won 6 fucking Super Bowls for you. Exactly.
Shut up.
Let him get whatever the fuck he
wants. Whatever you want.
Exactly.
How much money do you want? How much control do you want?
And now, guess what? They got Antonio Brown. The Bucks just got Antonio Brown. He'll be eligible to play week 9, which is next week.
Yeah.
The rich get richer.
Get richer.
And they're looking good.
And their defense is very good.
But they got the 2 best linebackers. Devin White and the kid Levante David. All these guys are a bunch of... have you seen them?
And the offensive line, because if you got Brady, you got to have an offensive line. You got to have some hogs up front. And their offensive line is protecting the shit out of them.
Untouchable, yes.
He could. That's a team right there to make it to the finals, bro. I'm sorry to make it to the Super Bowl.
They're getting better and better each week, so that's a scary thing. Hopefully they're not peaking too soon.
Well,
the NFL,
the thing is that when you're that type of team, you want to lose your games early in the season.
Yeah, which they did. Because they're running else too.
And now they're starting to learn how to click.
Yes, they're starting to click, and now you're getting another weapon.
And you can be sure the coaching staff over there, they got to be sucking Brady's dick. Yeah. Sir, what do you want to do, sir? Sir, do you want to throw here? Or just call the game. Just call. You got to
give him credit because it's a new system. It's going to take.
Is he calling the offensive plays?
No. But he's getting him and Leftwich. They're looking good. That's their offensive coordinator, Brian Leftwich. Remember him?
Right.
Yeah, from the University of Marshall. Yeah. So we're going to see. They've been getting better and better. Their defense is getting better and better. You hit it on the nose with the offensive line. Yep. Those niggas are keeping Brady straight up. Ain't nobody touching that old man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is some
that's
deep
a team
shit.
That in the playoffs, you got to be scared.
Scary.
It doesn't matter how good you are, what your record was.
Yes,
if you're facing that team in the playoffs, shit your pants.
So, but let's put it this way. We still got like 9-10 weeks left in this season. It's still a lot of time left. There's going to be injuries. Yeah. And we'll see who's going to peak at the end of the season. Because basically that's what I mentioned earlier. We still got 10 games. It's still early in the season. Anything could happen. You could lose Brady. You could lose a tight end or offensive lineman.
A lot could happen.
There's so many aspects to football.
A lot can happen.
It's a long season.
But they're looking really good. So let's stick to football for a minute because I completely forgot to talk about this and I wanted to bring it up with you. We were talking about the Jets. Hopefully they'll get the number 1 draft. The Giants right now have 1 loss, right? Is there any other team besides? 1 win.
1 win, right?
Is there any other team that has only 1 win? I would like for the Jets to get some space there.
No. It's the Jets with no wins and the Giants with 1 win. There's no other team.
But what if the Jets wind up winning one and they both end up winning 15?
It's going to be between them and the Giants. That's the way it's looking right now. Because what other team is so bad in the NFL that they're not going to win another game or two?
That's what I'm
saying. The Chargers are 2-4, but they've looked good. That kid Justin Herbert, their number 1 pick, has been amazing.
I think the Patriots also are.
Patriots are 2-4. Good point. Yeah. But they're going to win a few more games. Are you kidding me?
I think so.
Yeah,
they still face the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I just caught on. That's without a doubt, because, exactly.
All right, so let's say the Jets end up with the first pick. Obviously, the best way to go is
it's got to be Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
It's got to be Trevor.
Fucking quarterback with Clemson.
With Clemson, correct.
Unbelievable. The kid, I mean, everybody's talking about him. Big, tall, athletic, wins. Has lost 1 game since high school.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
I mean, he's just amazing fucking athlete. Can't miss this and that.
Yeah.
And if you remember last year, the number 1 pick was Joe Burrows. And Joe Burrows is looking like a real fucking deal.
The kid is
So Joe Burrows with Cincinnati.
Yes, I thought it was the system at LSU. No, Joe Burrow is
Joe Burrow's a real deal.
He's a player.
He's a motherfucking player, bro.
Good shit.
Good really ball player. He also had a big game this weekend.
And he just for 405 yards.
They lost by a touchdown. That's right. They lost that game to the Browns in the last minute. A fucking touchdown pass.
But Burrow marched them down to take the lead, 31-34. He brought them up. No, the kid. Good shit. He has been amazing.
Big future over there in Cincinnati for that kid, bro. Hopefully, my point is that it's not always that you get. Obviously, look at the Jets with their number with the
number 3 pick in the first round,
and Baker Mayfield, who has had some success, but he's not a superstar.
Exactly. You hope, and I don't think he's ever going to be. He might be. He has the capability of being a good quarterback in the NFL. Superstar. I don't think so. About
Trevor Lawrence has a very, very high ceiling. A higher ceiling than most quarterbacks that have come out in the last few years.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Period.
But don't sleep on Justin Fields from Ohio State. That kid is the real deal, too. I don't care what anybody. He's the real school Jill, that kid, too. Yeah, the guy.
That's true. You haven't heard much about him.
You haven't, because
all the talk has been about Trevor.
The Big Ten, they didn't start playing football till last week.
That's right.
This week that just went by.
Fuck.
Justin Fields is the real deal, too, because that boy is nice.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I just want the Jets to get the first draft.
Yes.
And fine, I would take either one of those, even if we get the number 2 pick.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We're still going to end up with a future quarterback.
Yeah.
Quote, unquote, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean.
Trevor is in his senior year.
Trevor's he's a junior. He could go, but he don't have to come out. But
Imagine he's like, wait a minute, he's got to come out. You got to get that money.
I mean, of course.
You're going to risk getting hurt in college
these
for
times,
one more year?
He's coming out. And if the Jets get the number 1 pick, there's people saying, his father's giving him advice not to come to New York, the Jets organization and shit. No fucking way. You're the number 1 pick. You're not going to turn out that big money. And if the Jets start winning with you, you're going to be the savior. You're going to be bigger than fucking Joe Namath. Are you fucking kidding me?
Exactly.
Fuck out of here. Money talks, baby.
Yeah. So speaking of first-year quarterbacks, how did Tua do with Miami?
He played 2 weeks ago against the Jets. He had the last series in the first quarter.
Right.
And he's going to start. They sat down Fitzpatrick. Tua's their starting
that's right. They had a bye this week.
Yeah, they play the Rams on Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
That's going to be its first tough
time. Nice.
Did we see the Rams last night? That defense looked...
The Rams look very good.
They look ferocious. Aaron Darnold is a specimen, bro. What? Their Rams look
Primo, how about that game with Gurley where he fucking...
what a fucking fool. This is not the first time.
So take us down the game. Take us down the play.
Yeah, the situation was, I believe, the Atlanta Falcons... They're at home. They were up 16-15. No. They were up by a point.
Right.
All he had to do, it was like less than a minute left, I believe.
All they had to do was hold the ball.
Yeah, hold the ball. The other team, the opponents, which was the Detroit Lions, they're letting him score the touchdown. So he's running into the end zone. And instead of dropping, he drops when he gets to the fucking goal line. The ball goes over, it breaks the pylon or it breaks the freaking...
So they called it a touchdown.
They called it a touchdown. You gave Matthew Stafford, one of the greatest...
With the Detroit Lions.
He's no joke. He doesn't get credit because they always have bad defenses and they never go anywhere. But Matthew Stafford, when he puts the ball wherever, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, in my opinion. But he comes back. He brings him downfield, straight down. They go for the 2-point conversion. They win the freaking game.
Wow.
The Atlanta Falcons, on top of the way they lost to the Cowboys. Remember with the pooch punt?
That's right.
Yeah, they didn't pick it up. The Dallas Cowboys came back and went,
unbelievable.
The coaching, I mean, that's why they got rid of fucking Dan Quinn, but still.
That's coaching, but it's heartbreaking to lose a game like that.
Yeah.
So Gurley, all he had to do was fall on the ball.
Fall drop right there. But
and they would have to call a timeout or else let the clock keep on ticking.
And I don't think they even had timeouts, if I'm not mistaken.
Instead, he falls and he tries to stop right before the goal line. The tip of the football breaks the plane of the goal line by an armpit hair.
Yes.
And it's a touchdown. And now they're up by 6. By 6.
Yes. They're up by 7. Right, because these guys.
So now they're up by 7.
Correct.
Detroit, not with less than a minute to play.
Less than a minute. I believe it was like 49 seconds.
And Matthew Stafford drives it back.
Yes.
Gets a touchdown. They go for the 2-point conversion instead of tying it in regulation.
Right. They go for the
2-point conversion and they get it. Questionable as well.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah.
It was questionable.
It was. No. You
was
know
it?
what?
What?
We're thinking about the wrong game.
Oh, yeah?
That game finished. They tied it.
Right.
And then the extra point won the game. Look it up. Yeah. It just came to me. After that fucking spliff we saw.
That's what happens when you talk sports after a spliff. People listening right now, if anybody's from Detroit, they're like, you stupid motherfucker, that's not what happened.
Exactly. It just hit me.
So, Primo.
But we're at the right track.
So, all right. I don't want to. So, before time runs out on us,
yes.
I wanted to talk real quick that we just saw some, a funny news article that just came out.
Let me get the lighter, cuz.
The head of Nexium, Keith Raniere.
Yes.
Nexium is that cult that they got in trouble because they were supposedly trafficking women, enslaving women. It was a fucking cult. And we were talking about that earlier. He got sentenced to 120 years in prison. Unbelievable. And we were just talking before about the Guru. How I watched that The Vow. It was on
Oh, you watched that show on HBO?
Yes, you didn't watch that?
I have not watched The Vow.
Oh my God, Primo, where have you been? Yes, I thought that's what we were talking about. No. So there's a show called The Vow on HBO and it's all about Keith Raniere. It's all about
really?
the Nexium
I saw a documentary about him.
But that's what that is. It's a documentary.
No, it's not on HBO. I didn't. I saw another. I'm talking about a year and a half
ago. So this documentary was filmed by people who have left the cult. And they had footage. Like one guy was a videographer. So he has all this footage.
Wow.
Unbelievable footage. Like you actually get to see what it's like to live with the dude and the shit he talks.
Right.
And how he manipulates people. And, you get to see everything. You completely see behind the curtain.
I didn't know the Vow. I've seen the title, but I never looked. I never read the information.
And he convinces people to do the craziest fucking things for me. Convinces this group of girls to be, he's going to empower girls by starting a group called DOS, which means dominant over submissive, even though they say it means something else, right? And basically all these women they have like a slave master relationships. One's a master and she has like 3 or 4 slaves and they got to do all this shit for her. Right. And then it gets sexual. They all get branded right by the festivities.
Yes.
With his initials. It's just some crazy fucking shit.
Fucking real.
And but you watch this fucking thing and you see these people and you're like, how the fuck are you falling for this?
Right.
But it's that the guy, Keith Raniere, is supposedly he was one of the top 3 smartest people in the world. But all that means is that he had a very high IQ.
He was a smart dude, but
he had a very high IQ.
Get crazy though.
Yeah, top 3. I'm like, what?
I mean, you fucking kidding
But he was smart. The fucking dude really knew how to manipulate people. And how to break something down. How to make you see a point of view. It was fucking ridiculous. But he breaks people down.
Right.
And the way he does it is, they do these classes called executive something training program.
And they gain
ESP.
colors, is it, with the
They
green?
get these bullshit sashes that if they got to reach these goals, they're mad expensive too.
Right.
So they're draining your pocket. You go to these things, and it's in a dingy hotel room at first.
Right.
And then what happens is you work with somebody, and they'll break something down for you. And help you with that something, and maybe you'll see some success. Now, boom, you're fucking hooked in.
Right.
These people help me fix this part of my life. I gotta stick, and you keep paying for more classes and more training and more retreats and more getaways. And this motherfucker, if he really likes you and believes in you, and he calls you at 3 a.m. to take walks with him, to talk shit. And you got to believe all the guy does is fucking talk. The first thing I would have told him is, yo, Keith, can you shut the fuck up, bro? Talk. Like, if you have a point of view that is not something he agrees with, he's going to keep chipping away chipping away until he gets you. And he's so fucking good at it. Unbelievable. But it's really scary because we were talking about this cult and other types of cults. Remember Waco, Texas with David Koresh?
Yes.
There's a series. So you should watch Keith. I'm going to give you, if you want to see some cult-related content.
Right.
You watch that one, The Vow on HBO.
Look at that. I didn't know. I thought that was with Nicole Kidman. I thought it was a show.
No.
See,
The Vow. Watch
it.
Yeah,
I see it all the time.
So then there's another one on Netflix. There's a few of them. There's Waco, Texas. It's a series. Right. It's all about Waco, Texas, because to be honest, if all you did was read the newspaper,
right,
you don't know what really happened.
Right, exactly.
And you can't see how it was the government that incited the whole shit.
Really?
The government that fucking made the mistakes that killed everybody in that house, right, and how they set it all up and how they did it all wrong. You got to watch this.
It's very involved. I got you.
It's not just a show. Oh, look, I'm a fucking cult leader. Yeah. Of course, there's some of that.
What, is like a whole season series?
It's one season.
Oh, one season.
It's really? Like 8 to 10 episodes.
I got to check that out.
Excellent show.
Nice.
I'll give you one crazy detail that they have in there about Dave Koresh.
Yeah.
He saw himself as the son of God. He did. So he was definitely out of his fucking mind. Right. But these people were believing him to the point where if you're a couple and you want to come and spend time with me and be part of this thing,
right?
The way you show your belief, you can no longer have sex with your wife. But you know what? I'm going to take that burden on for you. And I'll have sex with everybody's wives. I'll be the only one. I'm going to take that burden from you guys. You guys focus on the Lord, on the religion, on this, on getting to heaven. I'll fuck your wives. He got them all pregnant, had kids with them, and they were just giving it up like no fucking problem, bro. That's how much what does a dude have to tell you for you to be like, all right, from now on, you do the fucking. I could understand if you're that kind of dude that maybe you like to do that once in a while.
Right.
But these guys are giving up their wives.
Yeah.
Giving them up completely. Can you imagine that crazy shit?
I gotta check that out. That is fucking sick. Dude.
So then while you're there, there's another one called Wild Wild Country.
Another one.
Wild Wild Country is another series. And it's all about this group that is started by a guru that came over here from India. And his name is the Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh.
Try to say that.
Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh. Oh,
damn, you're the man, God damn.
But the Bhagwan. Like Bhagwan. You ever hear a Jamaican say Wagwan? What you want? Wagwan. It's like kind of like that, Bhagwan. So Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh. That's it.
Damn.
So this dude, it's almost the same thing. He starts his little community. First of all, he was a big-time guru in India. Some shit happened. He had to leave the country.
I wonder what.
Comes over here. Yeah. People are following him. People are throwing money at him.
Right.
He buys some land in a small town, and from there he starts building out. Before you know it, this small town that had a very small population, he's got his whole community like across the street, and they're community is larger than the town that used to be there. So since they're larger, they all get to vote. They became one voting block, and they wound up they had the mayor spot. They had the fucking all the city council seats. They had any fucking, all the department, municipal stuff. They had their own police department.
They just took over.
It was called Rajneeshville.
Are you fucking
They
kidding
changed
me?
the name of the town to Rajneeshville. Okay? All right? That's what happened here. All right? And what does this guy do? So the other people, they obviously can't stand him. They're protesting. They want him out. They're trying to find shit out about him. They get them out of there. They're digging into the Bhagwan. They poison their fucking water supply, the small town. People start getting sick. All this crazy shit. People are in on it. Now the feds come in and they start closing in on the dude. And I'm not going to tell you anymore because obviously I'd be giving it all away. But that's the fucking story. These people come in. They start their own fucking city.
That's unheard of. Oh, my.
It's amazing what this guy was able to do because he
What
helped.
city? What state?
I can't remember, but some fucking Midwest place or
I got it. Love My Country?
no, Wild Country.
Wild. As soon as I get home.
Crazy shit. And then there's one more.
Right.
Sorry about that, folks. All right, we got time. 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes. One more, and it's called Vikram. It's about Vikram yoga. Hot yoga, they call it. He opened up all these studios all over L.A., New York, the whole world.
Yes.
Guy became super duper rich. Used to run around on a little fucking thong. He looked like the tiniest sumo wrestler. That's what he looked like. Little thong fucking thing and walk around. And he wound up, he was sexually assaulting girls and all kinds of shit, got in all kinds of trouble.
Arrested? He's in jail? What's going on with him?
You'll see when you watch it. So, I got to
really
You got some time to binge. We're in the coronavirus lockdown, right?
No doubt.
So we got some time. You got some time to watch. Those are some shows to watch, right?
Some good shit.
So, Preems, check it out, bro. We got to wrap this up now. My Preems, I love you, cuz.
You know it.
As always, it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
All right. We've been able to, we talked it all up today. New York sports, football, baseball.
And next time we'll hit a little more politics. So next week will be
I gave people a break from politics, but we'll be closer next week.
Yes.
Primo, I love you.
Love you too.
Until the next Spliff, y'all.
You know it.
Peace. Hard herbalist them in Slovakia. I'm Mr. One Off Rockers.
Trash talking Puerto Rican. No, that was fun.
Roll up on next flip. Roll up on next flip. No cocaine, give we more ganja. Roll up on next flip. Roll up on next flip. I am on no ramp when him a bone ganja. You know the Rasta man him chatting from the hill. Which part the herb gonna up?